Hello there, everyone. Welcome to another stream. We're back on the road course in NASCAR. We are at Sonoma, though, this time. 2 weeks in a row that NASCAR goes to a road course, and this is only a few weeks after the Mexico race as well, which we had to tone for that, but still. All these road courses. Shame, I got many more left. I think about the Roval, that's probably about it for the rest of the year, but oh well. We'll make the most of them while we got them. And yeah, today is Sonoma, NIS Sonoma, 50% race. Should be longer than the Chicago NIS's. So there's that. I ran this last night in the fixed variant off stream, and it's tough. It's very tough. It's probably harder than Chicago, like unironically. Ooh.
Give us a few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
Hey there, Riley, Kohai, and Nate, welcome. It is rather hot, Kohai, isn't it? Rather hot indeed. I just made the difficult... Well, not a difficult decision, but it's difficult to do it. I closed my window in preparation for the stream. Oh dear. Sonoma. Wine county or country, apparently. In California. I think this is NASCAR's only stop in California. Because there is no... Is Sonoma like Northern California or something? Is it like really far from LA? Because it was a big deal when they stopped going to Auto Club, and then obviously the Coliseum too. But that was never really a success. But there is still a Californian stop on the calendar, and it is this one. But I don't know how close it is to anything. I think NASCAR wants to be in LA. Or that sort of area anyway. And I guess that's what the San Diego Street Circuit will do. But then, wow, California will have two street circuit road courses. Isn't that interesting? Ooh. This is a really hot track. 51 degrees in this practice. Oh my. We are struggling. Central West. I see. Yeah, I'm not sure, Nate, but it's gonna be brown anyway, because logically it has to be accurate for the NASCAR game. So I don't expect green Sonoma, unless we somehow have the option to choose which Sonoma, which would be quite nice. But green Sonoma would be quite something to receive.
Car 12, just set the fastest lap, 15.225.
So this track, it's not trying to kill you like Chicago in terms of the bumpiness, right? Chicago was always a case of wondering whether the brakes are gonna let you down. This track, not so much. However, Chicago has these things called straights. Sonoma, I think Riley gave me the percentage, I can't remember it now, but it's a very small percentage of the track that you could actually go full throttle. Because there's always corners. Even the front straight is like 3 corners. That corner's the worst. Doesn't fucking turn into that one. Hey, Kinetic Rhyme? What's going on here? Hello? Have I... That sounded really weird, did it not? Like I was... not in gear. Or am I just imagining that? Oh, hey there, kinetic rhyme. Driving barefoot. I mean, I only drive with socks on, to be fair. But I suppose that helps a bit. Oh my god.
Car looks fine. No damage to report.
The trick for this corner, I need to be off the brakes before I turn in. Obviously going the right speed, that was okay. But I still get such poor exits out of there compared to everyone else. Like they're on the power early. Maybe they're going slower in, but it doesn't feel like it.
Damn, cold tires suck, man. Holy shit.
Wow, that's a big improvement. That's a huge improvement.
Car stop on the left.
What's going on?
You got a slow car on the right.
What the fuck? What was that? Oh, I actually know what's going on. Oh my god. They're gonna make me buy pedals. The clutch was spiking. Was I like half on the clutch for those first few laps? And now I've just gone over a second faster because I'm not clutching. I felt like it wasn't in gear. That's literally what it was. I had the clutch on like 25% or something. Oh my god.
Car 12. Just set the fastest lap.
That's awful.
14.897.
I don't want to buy pedals. I refuse. I will only buy new wheel and pedals after I have accomplished all my arbitrary non-existent sim racing goals. Because only then will I deem myself good enough for the new pedals. And with God. Spa 24 win, well, that won't satisfy.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Spa 24 will tick off the goal of win a 24-hour race. However, the Spa 24 is not one that has its own entry on the list. Win the Spa 24 is not on the list. Daytona and Le Mans are.
Got a slow car on the right.
Nürburgring maybe.
Car on your left.
More
Go
like
right. Clear on the left.
I care more about that Spa. I'd have the same thing with like. It would also fulfill win a special event, an iRacing special event. Like, you know, there was. It wasn't exactly close, but there was a chance of winning the Glen 6 Hour
4, 6, 3.
the other
Car
week,
ahead.
and that would certainly tick off win an iRacing special event. But like, that's a 6-hour race. It's not even 24 hours, or you know, one of the bigger ones. That's probably the smallest event you could win. I'd take it, you know, but it would not fulfill my goal.
You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left.
I'd be chuffed bits, don't get me wrong. I'd love to win the Glen 6 Hour. I wouldn't take such a thing for granted. But it doesn't get things off of the bucket list. The sim racing bucket list. Kohai, if Ed Brown can win a Rolex by doing literally one lap under caution in a Tequila Patron car, you can have your win. I bet you didn't even get a Rolex for your trouble. Unbelievable.
Car on your left.
For context, Ed Brown was the owner of Tequila Patron, and he funded the Tequila Patron, racing program, the sponsorship of the Extreme Speed Motorsports. And I think at one point they did LMP2 and then GT as well before that. But that's Pro-Am, right? So Ed Brown was the Am driving with some pros, right? But then the IMSA and Grand Am merger happened, and LMP2 became a pro class, and then it became
My fault, man. I didn't catch it.
then it became
Thought you were gonna keep
DPI
going.
anyway. And so they entered with the Nissan DPI, which is very cool.
All good, bud.
And I think basically they realized, they were in a chance to win in, I guess it was... well, it must have been 2016. It was still LMP2, but either way, they realized they were in a chance to win it. So they put him in under caution to do, one lap. Because there's no minimum amount of driving he had to do. Because it wasn't a Pro-Am class, right? He was essentially a pro. And he just did, one lap under caution or something. So he's there on the podium getting his Rolex in his fire suit at the end.
Car on your left.
Well, the fire suit must be remarkably, clean, because dude only did a few laps. That feel when you wanted a Rolex for winning the race, but instead they just give you a Robux card. Fuck, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed.
Clear. Car right. Clear.
The Robux 24 at Daytona, you know what? That should be a thing. The Roblox 24. Please tell me that the Rolex 24 recreations in Roblox call it that. The Roblox 24 at Daytona. And I get the feeling, Kai, but also, you did drive in that race. It counts. Unless everyone does the exact equal amount, then it's never gonna seem fair in that way, right?
Go left.
Well, that's just how it goes. Green Sonoma. If only. Are we 2.1 off the fastest time? We sure are. That was a lot of curb.
No damage. Car looks clean.
So why doesn't it turn?
You got a slow car on the left.
We'll have to try to call this up in a minute as well. I doubt it will feel much different, but... I like how I'm randomly going faster sometimes. Lose it all, but still. Within 2 seconds. Okay, let's go on the quality tab for a moment now. Hey there, Gosha. Just prepping here for Sonoma. Race will go live in about 10 minutes, and we'll have quality, of course. A pretty long race, certainly over an hour. Should be longer than the Chicago NIS races I did on stream last week. Oh! Think outside the oval. Okay. Gotta remember that cold tires are pretty shit. Oh my god. Finian Raceway at Stock Car Course. Correct. Hello, DDM. Just in practice at the moment. Race goes live in like 8 minutes or something. Trying to see what we could do on the quality setup, just to get an eye in on it at least. Really, driving it is not going to be much different to driving the race, I'm sure, but... Because you can't even turn down the fuel, so like... I assume they just take out anything they've done to make it nice on the tires for a fuel stint. So it becomes super sketch. Serious point. What's the point? Darn it. Hello Sam. I got a 1X because I was distracted by the Audi R8. God damn it. You know what? I should have run my Audi LMP1 livery for this car here. It's the wrong era of Audi LMP1, but there would at least be a really tenuous link there that would then go well with my tenuous link of a stream title. Infineon Raceway, Laguna Seca. I feel like every time I hear raceway in any context, I feel like it should always be followed by a Laguna Seca. Infineon Raceway, Laguna Seca. Sonoma Raceway, Laguna Seca. Indianapolis Raceway, Laguna Seca Park. Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Hey Gosha, thank you for the 7 stream streak. Thank you for the good luck wishes. Shell V-Power Raceway at Laguna Seca. Let's do that again. Please let me shift. Well, that was an improvement on the quality set, but it's a little bit off the pace. We're expecting top split because stock car, sports car people. Gonna be a relatively low SOF top split, and I will probably be in it. Certainly was last night, and so I was able to run mid pack really. Maybe that was a top 10 there if I hadn't had inch yet. I feel like I didn't manage the race particularly well, so yeah, I'll have to try and I don't really know what I did in that. I guess keep the rears a bit better, a bit cooler. I'll have to try and not get too racy. I put it like halfway. I kind of wanted to go deeper into the race to have better tires at the end. But they started to feel really bad. But then at the end of the race, my tires felt pretty good. I think the track did get cooler. I think. But I think I just drove better as well, so. Yeah, well, I think back to our race in the V8s, in the well. I gotta stop calling them V8s, you know. The supercars. V8. Yeah, but isn't the Toyota gonna be a V6? And that's like what, next year? Yeah, we can't call them V8. Well, they're not even all V8 anymore. No, it's V8. Oh. That means I'm going to continue calling it the wrong name. Inevitably. Nissan. Well, yeah. That's funny because they've been gone so long at this point. But yeah. And you know, the regs still allow non-V8s, right? It's just that no one currently runs them. I presume there was a period where it was just V8s. Like, I guess. Otherwise the name was really fucking dumb. It's kind of a shame, Supercars, because I didn't really follow it then. But like, I remember in like 2014 or so, there was like loads of manufacturers. Nissan, Volvo, Mercedes, obviously Holden and Ford. It's like, what? And now it's just, you know, Chevy and Ford. Oh, but yeah, okay, and Toyota to be fair. But then it just weirdly ends up being the same as NASCAR. Oh, here we go. I miss when the terrible trio was Audi, Porsche, and Toyota. But maybe that was only one series. Stock Abzo. Well, Stock Abzo doesn't have Ford, right? Unless they now have Ford. Even the Argentine touring car series. That reminds me, I should hop back on Pista Motorsport. It's almost been a year. Budweiser Racing. Right. Car 7. I don't recognize anyone except the Czech guy that probably has no idea who I am. Oh, there's a guy I punted last night, though. He's in here. No, not the guy I punted. In fact, well, maybe he's in there. I don't know. But the guy I had a good race with is here. Same difference. I remember when Stock Car Brazil was Chevy and Peugeot, and the Peugeot was very ugly. I miss Automobilista 1.
Car on your left.
I knew.
Car on your left. Clear
See, I
on
had to do
the
that
right.
because I was gonna get destroyed. That's so weird, right? I just knew he was gonna be super aggressive in this random 3-minute practice when nothing matters. Maybe only a 5-minute quality here is a bit annoying. With I'm gonna have to run ad. Yeah, we'll have a full formation though. I'm gonna run the ad after the quality. I'm gonna run a 3-minute. And with the gridding and everything, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We should have entry. On the quality stuff.
Pit box in 10.
I was like, I wanted to see if I can drive up there, and then I'm like, wait, no, I'll get 2x if I smash into it. My SR. Whatever will I do if it drops below 4.0?
Green flag, green flag. Okay.
Right, here we go.
Third time lap.
Hello? What happened? I actually have no idea, like, what I did wrong. Well, everything on the second lap, no banker. About to say I was going to take it relatively easy on the first lap, get banker. And then I don't really know. It's like I was not wheel hopping, but it's like when it's about, like, not quite wheel hopping, but almost in this car. I was doing that, but I'm like, why?
One more lap.
Did it again there, but oh well. No quality then. What's going on? I have no idea what gear to be in. Like I haven't tried the setup before. No idea what's going on. Well, last time I did a no quality NIS, it was 4 days ago, and it raced into lap 2, so let's see if we can maybe go lap 3 this time.
The officials are telling us they won't accept the way you're driving. Your laps won't count until you reset the car and start over. Pit box in 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Right here. Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Right. Well, I'm gonna run my chunky ad and go BRB, and then we'll do the race in a moment. I'm back. Two minutes left here in quali. Just watching people go around. Where are we graded currently? See, look, how is everyone qualified? Like, it actually doesn't even make sense. Any normal road course NASCAR race, half the field to 2/3 will qualify. We are over 75% qualified for the first time ever in an official road course NASCAR race, and it's when I haven't qualified. Even someone who is ahead of me, when they're not ahead of me. No, I am at least the highest of the non-qualifiers. Did they scrandle? What is scrandle? Is that like Wordle, but for Scran? I hate that that's the thing I just said. Oh, damn. Well, you know, it's fine. It's fine if if we can't get to the field. Because, you know, we'll just lose some rating for Saturday. No big deal. Just kidding. I'll lose 3, I'm sure. Yesterday I gained 1, so. Here are 2 pictures of food. Oh, okay, yeah. That's funny. "27th of 30. Oh. Like, out of interest. Like, these guys didn't even... I'm the only one that fucked up quali because they didn't go out. That's so bad. Okay.
One to go.
From the back.
Up on the left side. You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated strength of field is 2,357. Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot. Five cars left to grid.
We'll be taking tires in the pit stop in this. This race is certainly long enough for a pit stop. Unlike Chicago, we cannot extend the stint long enough to simply not pit. The race is longer, but it's honestly probably less fuel consumption in general here because of all the off-throttle, but the race is longer, so... Chicago is a really short race, even in full length for NASCAR, so... It's possible here. Bet Crash 325. Wow, that's an all-in as well. Holy shit.
On the final car to grid. There are 2 additional sets of tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
The worst thing is that I have, well, actually I have 2 number 9s in front of me, but the number 9 on the right-hand lane is actually number 9, and they're gonna go to the field way quicker than me, just because it's the only other single-digit numbers tying this far back. And yeah, even if I'm not running virtual oval, I still find German cars with premier racing setups ads on them. Like, it's all I race, I swear. Oh, Asa, thank you for the raid. I guess that one you were entering when I popped out was your last IndyCar race. How did that go? It feels like you finished it just because of the time. So I hope it went well. Hope you survived bottom split. Hey Anna, hey Frankie.
Catch up, 19 car.
P3, nice.
Catch up, 19 car.
We're just about to get going for this Sonoma race. NASCAR iRacing Series 50% distance race. 55 laps. We will have to make a stop for fuel and tire.
Going green.
Hey Windy. Oh, and I fucked my quali, so I'm starting 27th to 30th. Let's fucking go. Hey there, 9K Sim Racing. How to get this steering wheel? I mean, it's the same one Ace was using actually. I don't know if you came in from the raid, but
Green flag, green flag.
it is a Sim Hub overlay, which to be honest I didn't make. I just edited it to
There's an incident ahead. Car on your left.
have my own graphic in it.
Clear, left side. Clear on the left.
Fuck.
Car right. Still there, hold
Okay,
the line.
that wasn't too bad.
On the right.
But yeah, Sim Hub's reading the game telemetry and rotating the image.
You got a slow car on the left. Car stops on the left. There's an incident ahead. Slow car ahead. Car stops on the right. Go left.
Not a good place, not a good track to start from the back on, because it's actually really hard to overtake even if you're a bit quicker. Kinda need to be brave and dive a little bit, but obviously you might just take people out. I'm not super confident on... I'm pretty confident on the brakes in these cars, but not really when doing dive bombs.
Left side.
That was... I was able to not need to be too aggressive there, so that worked out.
Clear.
And thank you for following 9K Sim Racing. Welcome in.
You're in the top 20.
In the top 20. That's a decent opening lap, honestly. 7 spots. I want to get a better run out of here so I can send it down the hill, but it's hard to do. Although actually they're getting stacked up, so I'm going to stick the nose in anyway.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line.
Why are you defending?
Still there, hold your line.
That just gets in my way to pass the other guy. I don't care about you yet. Now I care. Number 9 hasn't run away like I predicted, but he is still ahead of me. Like, he has also done a very good job getting through. Oh, they're going on. But somehow they kept out of the wall and... Oh my god. Some people get so lucky.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line.
I mean, I was there. I let someone back yesterday. That one I feel less sorry about. I telegraphed that from a mile off. And then they moved across me and it just made me want to keep my foot in with it. So, I did. This one I roll with.
Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
Yeah, yesterday I ran the NIS fixed offline and, well not offline, off stream. And, I punted someone into the hairpin, which was like completely accidental. But I tried to let them back, but they had actually got wheel damage because they ended up in... There was like a bit of a pileup because of it. So I lost a lot of time trying to let them back through, but then obviously they pitted because they had damage, right? So...
Right side. Clear.
Oh, they let me have that one. But sometimes you just gotta be aggressive and they get out of your way, but I'm not confident enough to do that. But that one, the incident today, I feel less bad about because they were trying to block me. And it's like, I don't really want to wreck people who block me. But like, I had the nose there and they chose to come across knowing that my nose was there, right? They knew what was going on. And then they got spun. And it wasn't even as bad as the incident yesterday in terms of what happened to them as far as I'm aware, so... Like, there was no pileup, I don't think. Yeah, there's still only 2 cars behind me. I might get some payback, though, so we'll have to watch out for that.
You got a slow car on the left. Left side.
See, I wasn't even as far alongside that guy,
Clear.
but he got out of it. That one I could have backed out of if he turned in, because then I would have, because I wasn't really there, but then he left it open, so... Hey, cat. Yes, right turns. My favourite type of turn to make in a cup car. Or stock car in general, actually.
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear
Well,
on
they
the
went
left.
wide and I went deep. It worked out. 14th! What's going on? What kind of run is this?
Few bucks flat for you.
That's too much curve, really.
The lead is up 14.458. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Now we're at the point where it gets really hard to pass because people aren't being stacked up and everyone's in there in groove. So I'm faster than this guy ahead, but I can't really find a way around. The guy behind is keeping up / catching me as a result. I really need a good... I need to be closer here and get a good run into the hairpin, probably, but he's actually better than me here. Look how much he gained there. I'm better in Sector 1, but it's so hard to get the over-under necessary to get anything done. Like, I'll catch way up here. But, like, I'd have to absolutely send it to get that to work. And then here I don't quite get as good of a run.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Got it done. That was fun. I'm driving like a NASCAR driver today, and it's quite fun. I should do that more often, especially on ovals. Oh, that was a bit of an early downshift. Okay, B13. I'll probably stall out here on the overtakes, but we've got a long way to go.
Fast flat for you.
I'm probably just gonna try and drive in quite a careful way with the tires. If we gain time, we gain time, but it's not gonna be the main focus. We're gonna try and get quite far into the stint with these tires. Because I probably have been a little... I don't feel like I've been too aggressive on the tires. But I have been battling, so... Like, I'm not going to really attack the track too much here. Just gonna drive smooth and consistent. Hopefully go a bit longer than some on tires, and then we have a lot... Hopefully more to work with and to push with later on. That's my best bet of sneaking into the top 10. I only need 3 spots to do it.
That was your fast flat.
Nice. Enjoy your scram, Sam. Shit. Not the line. But not too bad of a recovery. Fastest lap on that one, despite, you know, taking it relatively easy. That's going to be the first X though. Typical, as soon as you don't have people around you, it somehow becomes harder. Yeah, I thought about that. If he, I've already thought about this, and I had already decided if he does actually catch me, I'm just actually pulling over and letting him by. However, I hope he doesn't. I'm not surprised that he's supposedly an aggressive guy, considering that. What was it, laps? It was like lap 3 or something, wasn't it? Not like lap 3, 4, 5 or something. And that was what felt like from my cockpit a deliberate blocking move when he saw me looking to the inside of turn 2. Which is why I kept my nose there, because it's like, okay. I got car 6 behind me. I don't know how they ended up that far back, but that's probably also one that I won't fight. Assuming they just charge up to me here. But we'll see what happens.
The reason consider 14.621.
The guy behind is over a second of that quicker, so that is not happening. So I need 4 more positions to get top 10 in this race. Three of us are gonna meet up here, which is gonna be a little bit messy. I wanted to let him go there, but he didn't really get to run out of the corner.
Slow car ahead.
Oh, a spinner.
Go left.
That makes it even more messy.
Car right. Clear.
Oh my god. I'll follow him. Of course. Hey, comrade.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Clear.
That was fun. Side by side through there is not something I've done before. Not recently anyway, or in these cars. Or even supercars. Ooh. Shit, and immediately go off because... Oh, don't lose the spot, idiot. Oh, they spin. Probably my fault. Oops. Okay. Let's find the groove again. We got the spinner behind me who may be faster than his position now because he obviously lost spots spinning, so let's see what happens. I don't plan on completely getting out of the way here, but if he's all over me, I'm not going to make it too difficult. But now we are P12, which means, yeah, I need to sneak 2 spots with good strategy to break top 10. And other than the guy ahead, car 6, who's obviously really quick, they're kind of pulling away, so... Kind of have a lot of work to do right now. Hopefully we've still got some pace in this. Obviously we just lost a bit of time with whatever the hell was going on with all those cars for a bit there. Hopefully we are just still relatively competitive. I do feel the tires kind of wanting to say no a little bit more, but hopefully they have some life in them, at least compared to everyone else. We do seem faster than the guy behind at the moment, so that's good. I'm trying to be smooth. Oh god.
The leader is at 15.918.
Oh, hello. I lost force feedback mid-corner. It came back, though. Have we really had a pedal issue and a wheel issue in one day? Dude, I'm not buying more things. I'm not doing it. I'm really struggling with turn 2 here. I think the car 2 cars ahead of me is faster, but then the cars ahead of him are slower, although now there's a lap car. Or was that in pits? I think that's just in pits. Yeah, it is, okay. Oh my god. I'd like to, Sam. Tires are... Oh, actually someone's pitted already. Interesting. Tires are definitely not as good as the start, I'll say that. But I kind of I mean, I have to get to halfway. Like, I am not putting before halfway. But at halfway, I'll have to decide, like, have I fucked them? Or can I go a little bit longer and it not be a terrible idea? Like, if everyone ahead is still out at halfway, I guess I just gotta stay out until they pit at least, right? But it's also hard because, like, I can't just drive slow, right?
The car in front is pitting.
Zach's pitting. Zach had the race with at the end of the race yesterday. P11 now. I mean, at least the fact that some people are paying early, I don't know what the reasoning is. However, it helps me because, yeah, even if they are ahead of me after the stop, in theory, their tires will be fucked at the end. Long way to go. 34 laps. We're really not that close to halfway, I think. I feel like this is quite early. It totally is windy, but you've got to make them last to halfway because you only want to make one pit stop. If you pit early, you have to go longer on your second set of tires, right? So you're setting yourself up for an even tougher time. In theory, it's easier to look after them when obviously everyone's spread out now, but still. Someone ahead has pitted and come out ahead of me, so that's... They're just not in my race entirely. They must have been from right at the front.
in front is pitting.
Another pitter. Quite a lot of early pitters from this, like, top 10 to 13 gaggle. Yeah, the arrow. Oh, Skater disconnected. He was
Car
the
behind you, Pitty. You're in the top
one
10.
catching me for a while there. He said, "See you later, boy." God damn.
The leader is running 15.224.
Leader is over 2 seconds faster than me. You what? Like, surely it's not even like a good setup, right? Because a cheesy fast road setup of this car surely doesn't exist. At least not in public hands, right? Because the car changed like 3 weeks ago. And who the fuck grinded out road instead of oval for figuring out the setup? Yeah, but how do they know? Surely they were grinding out the oval side of things to figure out how that works. Because that's the more important thing. I just hate the idea that these guys have it figured out just a few weeks into it, you know? Because everyone kind of hopes that, oh, they're changing the GT3s, it's going to be like a reset. And it's like, no, they figure it out day 3. And now, and now it's not even something that's maybe available in shops yet, so you don't even have half the cheese. So actually, it gets them further away. It's like, oh, it's like like a regulation change in real life shakes things up. A regulation change in iRacing makes the fast people faster. Even just the fact that they have the time to grind it out, right? If you are literally spending your life doing sim racing for a living, etc., be it actually esports or even for the content, you can just grind it out. If there's a reset, you have an advantage versus someone who goes to work. Not that I really want to grind it out anyway, even though I had the time to, you know, but like... I'm just surprised to see such a delta here when it's a relatively new physics tire and everything, so... I'm sure he's driving very, very well as well, obviously. Yeah, the IndyCar change. I mean, the fact that we can use our setups on the IndyCar is crazy. I did not expect that.
Pitting now.
Even the leader pitting before the halfway mark. I find that interesting. Hey, cop. With an actual setup, but my goodness, the delta to the fastest people is even bigger here, which I didn't really expect. I got probably actually closer to the ultimate pace on the fixed, surprisingly. Part of me wants to pit because I see like this gaggle of cars ahead. Lap down cars. I'm not there yet, but... There's only one car ahead that hasn't pitted, actually. And they are P2, so they're probably not even someone I'm racing. Yeah, the tires, I said they were starting to go. I mean, yeah, they're not as good as the start. But like... I feel like I could carry on a little bit longer.
There's an infinite ahead. Car stops on the right.
Oh.
Go right. Go right.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's tight. That's not even position. They're all a lap down as well, so it's just pure time loss, you know. Glad I didn't get caught up in it, but it is just time loss. Oh dear.
Coming up on halfway here.
Right, that's halfway. It's probably over halfway because I am going to be lapped in this event. That's the main thing that surprises me, right, is that I was closer to the ultimate pace at Chicago than here. And maybe I shouldn't be surprised because I am trying to be the street circuit guy, but I really didn't think, like, you know, as much as I try and be the street circuit guy, there are some real fucking crack people in places like Chicago and Long Beach. Like, people are way more brave and aggressive on the brakes than I can ever be. And yet, it's Sonoma where I'm like, how are they doing this?
One. Just set the fastest lap. 13.
It's also partially assisted by the fact that I can't cheese a result here by fuel saving and not stopping. I didn't make one pit stop at Chicago across any race. Did not drive into the lane once. Did not practice it. Was not gonna do. Oh no, that's wrong. I drove in when I died on lap 1. Yeah. Yeah, 2 seconds. Let's see what this lap is because I was talking, but like, it's a reasonably represented. Ah, we're back into the 17s. Low 17. Low, so that's pretty good.
The leader just did a 13.697.
Around me, yeah. But that guy behind is, I mean, I know I'm probably not racing that guy, but it's 2 laps. Yeah, that's some people with 5 and 6 laps. I'll do one more maybe. I think I'm a second slower than everyone I want to beat, but nothing more than that at least. But yeah, it's a decent delta I think now, so fuck it, let's come in this time. We are soonish gonna hit that gaggle of lap cars as well. So. have to battle people who are coming through, so.
Car right. Clear. Pit box in 1. Right here.
Here we go. Hello, Tokai and Sol, welcome. Yeah, it's a bug. I could, if this car was up to date in the game, I could use my windshield wiper to get rid of it.
Okay, go.
Alas, I do not have a windshield wiper. Although now it'll be gone. Now I've done the tear. I got a tear off in the pit there, so.
You only have 1 tire depth remaining.
Have we actually come out in a better position than before the cycle? Has this actually happened? Well, I've achieved my goal. What the fuck? I have to deal with the cold tires here, but we have a significant delta on tire to the guy behind, and we're already P9. And I was trying to sneak into the top 10, in theory at the end of the race with fresher tires passing people, but it's happened already. Lol. Guy ahead is 15 seconds ahead, 7 lap out tires. It's not out of the question that I catch that guy, but that's gonna be quite tough. I think I need him to cook his stuff in particular for it to really happen. But we'll see. Like, if I'm a second a lap faster, which could be the case, then I do catch him. But right now I'm not, because my tires are not up to temperature anyway. Also, I expect him to be just pretty quick anyway, so... Hey Bear, thank you for resubscribing. Do not listen to this sub, focus on your driving. I'll try. Welcome in. I'm over halfway through this NIS Sonoma race. And it has been a very good run, actually. I don't want to jinx things, but I started 27th or 30th because I fucked my quality. And I'm genuinely P9. That's not on the cycle, that's P9. And I have the best tires of the field, probably. Certainly top 15 or so, if that, so, or at least I should say. Yes, Infineon. I think even before that it was Sears Point. Had a few names, this place. Underrated track. It's an unpopular one in iRacing. The fact that it's quite outdated looking is probably part of that, although it is due a refresh. I wish we had got the refresh last season. We thought it would be last season, and then it would have been in time for this race. Unfortunately, it didn't make it, so we're racing on the old Noma again. But yeah, underrated truck in this game. 12 is not stop, okay. But that's fine. They're not gonna catch me if they're already in P12. They're not in my race. Hopefully. Guys behind are keeping up. I mean, I got P5 behind, who might be out of position. Sorry, not P5, car number 5. They might just be out of position. They only have 2 lap older tires than me, so to be fair, I might be losing that one. New fastest lap, but I actually lost 1.4 to the car ahead. Apparently. Doesn't seem quite right. No, I was definitely faster last lap. I think the lap timing box is bugging out. I'm gonna stop looking at that. That's too much curb.
Leader is running 14.47.
Crash into the pit wall. It's a very dangerous pit wall, honestly. I have a lighter car. Well, we should all have similar weight car, surely. We all fuel to the end. Oh, related to tire age? Yeah. That is a good point. One that I probably don't often consider. Catching guy ahead and have gained on the guy behind as well. That might have been a mistake, I expect, but we'll take it. We're going up to lap the car that I started immediately behind, which is quite satisfying. And pretty much everyone we've lapped is someone who started ahead of us, so other than 3. Oh. Force feedback lost in turn 1. This is a race. It's back now. But it keeps happening. What it is like, what's happening is, you know the Fnatic thing where it has to be a Fnatic wheel to have force feedback, right? I think I'm just losing connection slightly from the rim to the base, so it no longer, like, it's not like the whole wheelbase is disconnecting, and it's not like it's really coming loose properly. Like, I'm still steering absolutely fine. It's just it can't anymore determine whether a genuine Fnatic rim is connected. So poof, light wheel. But that wheel upgrade, never. Sorry, Chase. I'm afraid you're washed on the road courses now.
That car is the lap.
Oh, did a lap car just come out of the pits ahead of me? Unbelievable. Right, I lost time to the car ahead on that one somehow. Now I'm pushing too hard. Oh, the guy behind is not there anymore, so that's good. The other guy behind we've pulled out a lot of time on, so that's fine. Not really catching the guy ahead quick enough though. It is a very different car, the Gen 7, isn't it? However, he is probably the biggest, like, change in ability, right? Like, relative skill and pace. I can't think of anyone who either improved or fell off as much as Chase appears to have, at least on the road side. Although he's not exactly killing it on the oval either, but... From what I hear, he was unstoppable on the road at one point. Not being held up.
Car on your left. Clear.
I like that move. Just going down the inside and having no intention of actually making the real track limit. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? It's such a NASCAR corner. It's purely designed to be fucking abused for NASCAR, I swear. Glen turn 1 would be like that in iRacing if it didn't have the 1X. We are not gaining on the guy ahead. Yeah, I mean, you see it in real life. They'll go all the way over the curb and use all the runoff there. Even though they put a load of rutting there this like last year to try and stop it, they still did it. But in iRacing it's a 1X, which I mean you could use a whole 1X to do it, but you can't do it too many times or you'll lose safety rating or get a penalty. So whereas that corner at Sonoma, yeah, I could just send it and go deep. No big deal. They have to yield because they have no other choice. Okay, this is a good lap. Eight tenths quicker than in that lap. I need more than that there. I could see him a lot more though. I want him to notice it coming down and be like, shit, I gotta keep going. But that's when I've got him, when he starts pushing. Only 2 tenths quicker that time. Oh, another car ahead of me. How are there 2 lap cars ahead of me now? What the fuck? Well, is that who I was looking at? Didn't know it's the red.
That car is a lap down.
One sec. The car I'm chasing is actually green. So... It certainly is, Tokai. It requires a lot of careful throttle control compared to some sports cars with all the downforce or driving aids and comfort that those have. That's why I like driving them, especially on the road courses. You really gotta, same with the Australian supercars to be fair, you've really gotta hustle them around a bit.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
That's some time loss. Yeah, I mean, even driving these on road is one thing, but even driving them on oval, stock cars in general, teaches you throttle control ability that you can totally take to any road course car, and you know, it's knowledge that still applies, so. I remember when I was first trying to drive more ACC, when the VTuber League moved to ACC, and I was struggling to like just understand what the car was doing, or what the feedback was telling me. And then the league that was running it, Track.eu, they put on, it wasn't a VTuber thing, it was just a GT4. Well, they did a Camaro GT4 thing, one make, and then a genetic GT4 thing, one make, in ACC. Just a random other thing. I thought, yeah, why not? That sounds fun. And driving the GT4s in ACC helped me understand the GT3s in ACC, because the GT4s have less driving aids, they move around a bit more, you got to hustle them a bit more. I feel like they were less sensitive to like being in the right exact tire pressure range. So I learned how the game, how the physics and feedback works, or what it's trying to tell me. So next time I hopped in a GT3, I had a better understanding of what was going on underneath the bullshit, if that makes any sense. Because yes, a GT3 with all the driving aids will help you get around the track safely, relatively easily, but do you understand what's going on underneath? Maybe not. That's not important for the real-life amateur driver that it's designed for. But it's, yeah, they're not the greatest thing to learn in. Time has come down quite a bit. I need more. It's almost a second a lap at this point though, so I think we need to give up soon. I'm not going to give up because I may as well keep trying to go as fast as I can. But the chance of realistically catching and passing are slipping away unless he sort of drops off on tires just a bit more.
The leader is running 16.026.
Seven laps to go, and the gap this time is 7.5. Okay. Yeah, no, that's now a second a lap more than that, so I am definitely not that quick. Hey Greg, thanks for the hydrate. Oh, and the resub. 23 months, gee. Time has flown by. How you doing, Greg? I'm not sure when I will do that hydrate. I've actually had a can of Pepsi open this whole time. It's gonna be flat by now. Because, like, I realized I got nowhere to take a drink. I think I took a sip in the pit stop. Not the Pepsi. Yeah, no pause button. Oh, that's a bit of a slide. If he makes a decent mistake, I might be just close enough. We haven't made any this whole run. So I don't think we're gonna get there. Probably should have put it earlier. Because yeah, it's evened out to like I'm 2/10 quicker, but like just don't have the time to get up to them.
You got 5 laps to go. You are where we expected to be.
I was actually slower last lap. Jeez. Oh, yeah, well, that's definitely slower then. Please turn. Probably used up too much trying to chase him down, but, well, you gotta try it.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh, I was way quicker that lap. He actually made a mistake on it. It's not enough, but... just need a few more of those. That was close.
You've got 2 laps to go.
I really don't want to be caught by the guy behind you though. Well, that just will kill my any chance of seeing the blue, but I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Guy ahead here could also fuck me up too. That's a lap car ahead.
That car is a lap down.
Not sure about the blue. Look at that. Oh, for a moment.
Car on your left. Clear.
But it has to be difficult.
The lead consider 15.029. White flag this time. You got a slow car on the left.
Ah. Well, now we know where that setup came from. Maybe. Not quite that. Oh, look how close this was in the end. I know that lap cars caused it, but look at that. Man.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
That was a proper chase though. I was trying to...
Car stop on the left.
Oh my goodness.
There's an incident ahead. There's the
What's
flag.
going on there?
It's over.
Who cares?
Nice
Yeah,
work.
that was...
Solid work.
that whole run was like trying to get the most out of the car as possible without being dangerous. Oh, you know my IR already? I guess the live timing page says, doesn't it? 25! Damn it, that's going the wrong way for Saturday! She, can I get DQ'd real quick? I'm kidding. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Ooh, well, now I can hydrate with this. Ah, it's not much of this Pepsi left. It's a little bit fizzy. Winning bet is finish. There's a weird pit entry in this.
Pit box in 1. Right here.
Hitbox in 1. There we go. Oh, that was a good race. That was a really good race. That was a lot of fun. I'm even going to save that. NIS Sonoma. NIS Onoma. Oops. Gloves aren't good for this. Why don't I take the glove off? You should do Daytona Pit Road full throttle. The countdown is funny AF. Because mine doesn't really say it quickly, mine just skips numbers. That's why I've never heard it go fast. Let's have a look at some of this. Not all of it. Let's at least look at our incident, because we did destroy someone. Just stop in 5. Right here. I feel like, yeah, everyone was being real, like, careful at the start. Obviously, aside of the back anyway, so the people there are not going to be as confident. I send it too hard anyway. Oops. But that's fine. Not confident enough yet to do some dives. Even here, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Cars everywhere. Oh, I'm gonna turn down my monitor brightness. It's super bright now. Let's see. Yeah, I was able to get in the inside here. That was just everyone was like. What I realized that everyone's stacking up under braking, so you can just send it quite easily. I think I do that here. Like, he's not gonna go for the dive, but like, it's just so easy to get a nose in at least. No proper send there, but at least sets me up for the right-hander here. That's alright. And then this is where we take out our buddy. Oh, he was looking to the inside of the car ahead. That explains it more. See, from my point of view, I felt like that was, he was blocking. And, like, I'm still there. Like, I'm still there. Like, no matter what he's doing, I'm still there. Like, where am I gonna go? But he actually wanted to try and pass this car. That is unfortunate. but I don't feel that bad about it. Well, I'm kind of committing to it here, right? And then he comes across here, and I'm like, well, shit. Well, shit. And like, I realized I could have backed out. I made the conscious decision not to, but... Because I had more, I had at least a overlap on him, where he's not, he's looking for the inside of this guy, but he's not even... Like, if he had gone for that move, it would have been way worse than my move, right? Like... That's what I'm thinking. Hey there, Get To as well. Unless you have ads, in which case, I guess you don't get a hello. Did they update the dashboard? They did, yeah. But I will repeat that after our team's answered anyway. Well, wait till ads in to say too much more. Yeah, first part of this race was super fun because I started from the back and didn't die. So, like here, like this one, I'm just looking to the outside. I don't even have an overlap on this guy. But I kind of spook him looking to the inside. Just wants to stay out of trouble. And then I kind of run him up the road anyway, but I didn't really want to. Car wouldn't turn. Another send into the hairpin. That's not close enough. Do I go for this one? No, that's not close enough. Not close enough there either. Here? See, I realized with this corner, right? This is what I was saying in the race. Okay, ads are over. Hello, Get To, if you didn't hear before. I started to really enjoy this move. To send it enough that you get an overlap, and then they have to go wide, but like there's so much runoff that you just go. Like it doesn't matter. Like this is how much room I technically left him on the exit. Like there's no way you could hang on to the outside there, unless you really send it yourself. But like, just fucking go. And so there's nothing you can do to defend it. Except actually going inside to begin with. Like, just carry all the speed in and use the exit. Like, I don't care. NASCAR. And then as soon as I get, like, alone, I get 1x, of course. Chicago Sonoma, I know, right? It's a great part of the season. We had 2 weeks ago, it was trucks at Lime Rock and ARCA at Lime Rock as well. Great period of the calendar for all the NASCAR series for road courses. Even for SRX, because this week SRX and iRacing is at Tsukuba. First road course week ever for SRX and iRacing this week. This is when I got passed by that guy who was out of position, and then... Oh, this was actually the most fun overtake. Yeah, the SRX has a lot of horsepower. It is full in a China shop around Scuba, that's for sure. I think later in the season it goes to Lime Rock. It goes somewhere else that's probably actually better for it, honestly. It's quite hard at Scuba, honestly. This was fun. Slow, but fun. Jeez, I love racing this thing on road courses. I can't wait for the Euro NASCAR, because it's going to be less power than this, but and lighter. So it's a different car, but like, I hope it's just official enough that I can race it like all the time. That's how I get 4K sports car. It's farming Euro NASCAR. It's gonna be the SRX of road for me. And SRX races on road now. Wasn't much else to particularly look at. Not really. Yeah, this was a lap car, but still. Sending from quite far back, just and then they go wide because they see what I'm doing. But you know, I'm just taking all my runoff. Like I don't care. Yeah, I mean there should be objectively better road course cars, but like if you wanted an objectively better road course car, you would just drive GT3, right? I know there's levels to these things, but you know what I mean, right? I think part of what makes this car, or not just this car, but like you could say Xfinity as well, right? What makes these fun on road is that they are not road cars. I mean, this one kind of is, but like they're clearly not GT3 in it anyway, except for like some floor downforce in this car's case. Gen 4, yeah, Gen 4 is in the same. All of them, 87s, like the 87s. You think this thing needs an appointment to stop? Like 87s, you gotta start braking last week. But I think part of what makes them fun for me is that they are bad. But you know, that's my thing. I do the weird things because they're weird. I mean, V8 supercars are similar anyway, and those certainly are road cars, but they're still fun in a similar way. So, you know what's weird? Is it going to be? Well, it might be D's, but it could also be Indy. That's not weird unless it's a pack race. You should do it now. It's not even. It's like 25 minutes away. This was near the end. Yeah, I had to send out on that guy, and then look how much I gained on the guy here. As he catches up to these cars, which all come together. Yeah, here we go. And then I see this, I'm like, oh, come on, come on. But that's the end of the race. On lap 54, because I was a lap down. I only got lapped by, oh yeah, what happened here? Wait, what? I'm curious. Hey there, Arctic. We're just about to watch an intent wreck. I mean, it's not even... It's so... Do people not even try and, like... Do people not even try and, like... hide this anymore? Like, it's so fucking bad. I'm curious, though, what happened? Like, why? Like, what happened? Okay. He's got damage on this lap, so... Oh yeah, okay, here we go. So we're lacking more context, but what? That's not the one. That's just. Yeah, that's the thing. I hate it when people are like, "Oh, there's no point protesting. They didn't get banned," because it's like you don't even know this guy's history. What if it actually isn't his first offense? What if it's his 100th and it's like time for the permaban? Like, who knows? It's why you just take the 5 minutes to put in the protest, right? Yeah, because this is minor as well. Like, clearly he's got some issues. If this is like 26. He waited until 53 to I mean, he got a bit of payback. He gave him a bump there. Could have done worse if he wanted. Man, they let him go anyway. Well, okay, no, they are fucked. Okay. But either way. Weird. Everything else is a waste of time. Well, there's not a lot that's against the sporting code, though, right? Because if someone does like a bad move and takes you out, that's not against the rules. That's just bad. Like it's not actually against the rules to be bad. Like this isn't. Some people seem to confuse like the protesting with like stewarding. It's not. Arguably, it should be, but it's not. It's purely breaking the sporting code, which involves not intent wrecking, right? And not intent wrecking, and then stuff like, you know, various types of cheese, I guess. Like screwing people over on a restart, or you know, I can't really think of many things. Driving through the boxes as well. Like driving through the boxes is like more of an offense than a bad dive bomb that takes you out, right? And maybe that is something people would disagree with, and I can see why. But like that is the way it is, I think. Thank you for the gifted sub, Arctic. I went to voice chat. Yeah, voice chat as well. Yeah, voice chat abuse and text chat abuse as well. Because, yeah, that's stuff that you are specifically not allowed to do. But, yeah. But in terms of, like, crashes, like, yeah, it is kind of intent wreck or nothing. But that is as build, to be fair. If it included stewarding, it would be too much. Like, as in too much work. I think. Like, imagine if every overtake there should have been. You know the sort of overtake in F1 is like a 5-second penalty or something. If every single one of those was a protestable thing, it would be like you'd need so many. Like the amount of times that must happen on a daily basis in iRacing. I feel like that's why leagues exist, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, these official races are public lobbies. And they're much better than public lobbies in other games that don't have anything, right? I'm thinking like ACC public lobbies. I'm not thinking LMU officials, or because I assume LMU officials or LFM officials are similar to this, which is to say, fairly good. I think anyway. So, yeah. Well, you make a good point, Getsu, and yes, incidents that are bad decisions that go about, how do you know it's not their intention in the first place? Very true. And I don't have the answer to that. I get charged $15 a month. Well, I mean, if you want a feature parity with iRacing, you do have to subscribe to LMU. But yes, you don't have to. Also, I can't drive this in either of those games, so it's simply not an option. I can't even do an endurance race in LMU yet. I know it's coming, but it's still not there. If I want to do endurance, I can't. If I want to do Le Mans, if I want to do the 24 hours of Le Mans, I can't buy the official game for it. So. The thing is, this is probably a hot take, but when it's especially like sports car racing, right? Getting away with hitting people is kind of a big part of it. I mean, what was that? Suelio Almeida did a video, right, talking about this a bit, right? About like deliberate contact that isn't illegal. And I remember there was a forum thread put up that was like, oh, Suelio's teaching people, telling people to intent wreck, like what? And you know, it was a bit more nuanced than telling people to intent wreck anyway. But like, I watched that video and I was like, I do that like a little bit. Like, no, I used to do it more. But I feel like in iRacing, it doesn't normally end well for me anyway. And there's, you know, I don't want a 4x anyway, because why would I want a 4x? So, but like let's go back to lap 3 or whatever, right? There was a point here where I knew what was going to, like, I feel like he's cutting across my nose, right? I genuinely feel like he's cutting across my nose. However, right? However, like, I definitely could have backed out of this. And in the moment when he's cutting across my nose and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't think about it, but the decision is made to not back out, right? I don't back out. It's not like I didn't know where this was going to end if he cut across my nose. And he probably knew where this could have ended from cutting across my nose as well, you know? But I stayed there. I'm like, well, I'm here. Okay. So, I don't know. Like, I didn't go into that move. Like, when I'm... At this point, I'm not thinking about hitting him. Like, that's not my intention. I'm still not now. But I kind of want to keep my nose in. Because he's cut across it. So, yeah. I saw that conversation. I couldn't follow it with my terrible German skills despite 800 days of Duolingo streak. But yeah, he didn't seem happy with that. But I do agree with you though, Toom, on that. Is that it's the last lap of Daytona. Why the fuck are you gonna lift? Why the fuck? You're not gonna lift. You gotta keep your foot in. I mean, it's not even the last lap, was it, that you're talking about? It was like a few laps before, right? But even still, you know, you're racing hard. It's 3 wide at Daytona. It's your fault, but yeah, it's just one of those racing things, though, isn't it? Like, you're allowed to send the 1987 NASCAR into the bottom 3 wide at Daytona and come up a bit. Like, it's unfortunate for everyone on the top, but... Oh, and to answer your question, Arctic, sorry, I let that slip by. I can get LMU, but what I mean is you can't do a 24 hours of Le Mans in LMU because it lacks driver swaps. They are coming to LMU, but it's not there. But yeah. And that, honestly, one of the biggest reasons I don't... Like, I want to try... I've been meaning to do a few streams and then videos, right, of me going back to a few other sims. Like, particularly... I actually want to go back to Rensport just to see what the fuck is going on over there. I want to go back to Pista Motorsport. That's a meme a bit, but like, yeah, I played that on release day like a year ago, and like, I want to see what's happened to the game in a year's time. And LMU, I should probably play LMU, right? Like, it's everything it offers is pretty good. But there's so much I want to do in iRacing. Like, I'm having this was so much fun. I love Chicago. I'm gonna be doing IndyCar tomorrow. Spa 24. Like, I unfortunately don't need to branch out. But yeah, Rennsport is not great. I have not played it in like 2 years, but it doesn't offer much, and yeah, its existence is sus. But I just want to go like I play so much iRacing. I just want to go through like all the other sims and give them a go in a bit of a sort of like a series, I guess. I guess I should try and do some AMS too if I can find some online racing as well. I just don't want to do offline racing. Yeah, LMU is definitely on that list. I mean, you know, I love the multi-class endurance stuff, and they have the best hypercars right now. But, you know, I can't help but think if iRacing does implement proper hypercar hybrids, as they have promised eventually, LMU is going to be a tough sell for me. Just because, and it's if only for the track selection, right? That's my biggest problem at that point is just the track selection. I say the same thing about ACC. It has more tracks because it's rather limited, right? I know they're adding more, but it will never be as many as iRacing, and iRacing has basically all those tracks. They don't have Bahrain and Qatar, both of which I think are pretty cool tracks, and I actually want to do Qatar and LMU because I like that racetrack. Yeah, steering wheel reacts to replay. I'm gonna change that. A fellow racing VTuber, Ephonia, has a better solution to that. Their solution involves capturing a window and green screening it. However, it just picks up, instead of being the game telemetry, it only picks up what is it? Like the actual controller input. So it's like right now it would do what my actual wheel is doing, even though I'm not in the car. But yeah. But anyway, it's just WEC tracks right now, WEC tracks. And I was having this conversation off stream with Lith the other day. I'm really glad the LMU released not 1 year later than it did, because the year it released was the last year that WEC went to Sebring. And if the only non-F1 grade track the LMU had was Le Mans, I think that'd be pretty sad. Because plus Le Mans kind of sucks in sprint races as well. Really, it's kind of an odd track for sprint or single class races, I feel. Like it shines in endurance, right? Sebring also shines in endurance, but it's not as weird for a smaller race, I think. So yeah, they've already said ELMS stuff is coming, right? So yeah, it can't be that long. They've got a series like this week that is called ELMS or something. It's just LMP2 and GTE. I don't know what tracks or track, but they've actually named it ELMS, which I found funny. Yeah, European Le Mans series. It's sort of the equivalent of IMSA in Europe, I guess, but it's definitely more of a secondary series. Like IMSA's like a top series like WEC, even though it's like a national series. But ELMS is like a step down from WEC, so LMP2 is the top class. But that being said, despite ELMS being like a second tier series, the LMP2 cars are unrestricted and are actually the fastest sports prototypes in the world right now, I think. So that's funny. Well, there was American Le Mans series. Unfortunately not for some time. But there is the Asian Le Mans series, which is going to get hypercars, which is kind of cool. I'm also kind of jealous. Especially, it'd be good if ELMS had privateer hypercars, because, well, right now that's the only one that goes to Silverstone. Although Graham Goodwin believes that WEC will be coming back in 2027 to Silverstone. Man can dream. I will be at Silverstone later this year. Many people from our corner of the community will be. I'm gonna go there with Asa, but I think Riley's gonna pop by. Kohai's gonna be there with his team. I think Ohei is gonna be there, presumably with Taylor Mills and maybe more. Everyone's gonna be there. You have forced me to stay up longer than I want. I want to end stream, but like we're all chatting here, so I can't end. I've been watching replay for laps. But good night to him. And yes, there are hypercars in iRacing. There's 5. Because there's 2 different rule sets for hypercars. There's 4 LMDH type cars and 1 LMH type car, so 5 in total. LMB2 is underrated, yeah. I like LMB2. I don't know. I sort of. I think I haven't liked it as much for like the last 8 years, but I have liked LMP2. What would we give for a noob for myself? What in LMU or like just in sports cars in general in iRacing or LMU? Hypercars in iRacing. I mean. I feel like the Caddy is the most natural to drive, the Cadillac. It's probably the most like a stock car, if you can say that. It's got a bit of rear end to it, you know, you got a modulated throttle, otherwise the rear end will kick out on you. And it's less pointy than the other ones. The other ones behave a bit more like stiff high downforce cars than the Caddy. So if you're used to like stock cars and stuff like that, perhaps the Caddy, but it's still a very different car. I wouldn't say it's like a stock car, to be fair, but it's probably the most natural to jump into, I would say. And Nate, I'll be driving the McLaren 720S GT3 Evo. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, I should get some practice in for that, to be fair. All right, I'm gonna quit out of this. Let's confirm my 25i rating. Riley was wrong. 24. You know what's funnier than 25? 24. I'm against some rating. I felt like I should have gained more, but oh well. P9. From P27. Hell yeah. We get the hard charger award for that one. No worries, Arctic. Oh yeah, Mustang's gonna be a rough one for you. I wish you all the best. Around the area, yes, it's... Because the thing is, all these overlays, they are actually estimating. No one knows the iRating algorithm. They've just guessed it very, very closely. But it's still wrong. But when you're out by 1 occasionally, it really doesn't fucking matter. Okay. Question mark. We did raid Cat. I was gonna raid Cat, but we actually raided Cat the other day, so because of that I will raid Lith. Lith, who is going to be a imitate the sound. Is that what a refrigerator sounds like? Right, I'm gonna raid Lith, who is going to be a guest at the Sip Gaming Expo in Chicago later this year, by the way. Looks like there's a code on his screen to get cheaper tickets. If you're in the Chicago area in October, you should totally go. But yeah, we're going to raid Lith. He's doing iRacing. He's practicing GT3. So let's head over there. Thank you for watching, everyone. That was a lot of fun race and fun stream. So, yes. I'll be back tomorrow for IndyCar and then Saturday for Spa 24. So, catch you later.